to see if my audio is working properly. Let me check the audio. Let me check the audio. I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. It's your brother Bolo V&R. We're on the 2.0 platform. And yeah, we gotta talk about this, man. This is ridiculous at this point. I'm sorry and I apologize. I can't even cap to you. I cannot even cap to you, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Why is it not registering? What's going on? I'm supposed to be registered. That I'm live. I'm not seeing it. Yo, what is this? As soon as I decide to go live, this rain starts falling. Man, make it make sense, bro. But I'm live though, so what is this? Is it an internet thing? Is the internet lagging? How y'all doing out there? Can y'all hear me? If you can hear me, let me know, please. Please let me know if you can hear me. Okay, I see. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, y'all definitely can hear me. All right, cool. So let's get into this, man. The topic of this live stream, ladies and gentlemen, it's titled Andrew Holness take all Jamaican people for idiot. On everything I love, bruh. On everything I love, I'm gonna let you know why I say that. He take us for a whole fool. An entire fool. Alright? Let me just, man, listen, this rain came down. But listen, we gonna get through it. Y'all like and share the video. Tell a friend, tell some more friends. Bolo V&R is live. I know people are up. Because people are still live right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I know people is up. So tell people Bolo V&R is live. Let's talk about it. So Andrew Holness did a presentation today in the Senate, in the House of Representatives, and he spoke about some things. And we're going to go over it. Ladies and gentlemen. We are definitely going to go over it. So let me find where he started to talk. Now, what's his name? Warmington said some foolishness. Even the Minister of Agriculture, that situation, the Speaker of the House disrespected Angela Brown Burke. Yeah, somebody turn everything up. The Speaker of the House disrespected Angela Brown Burke. You know, it was weird. It was really, really weird. As you come in, guys, it is okay to hit the like button and it's okay to say hi. Talk up, bro. We are here for justice. Mark Peart, big up the man. Brother, more want to listen to this man, you know, because me I wonder if I'm me alone actually I listen to what I say and I actually decipher. Because some people listen for us, yay! Andrew, yay! You know what I'm saying? For us cheer on. Even if people them we are part of government, I don't think they are truly listening to Andrew Holness. Right? Want to hear this?
Madam Speaker, Mr. Speaker.
You can hear that good? Type yes if you can hear good.
Both sides. Or another host. Mr. Speaker, in recent years, Jamaica has encountered several significant weather events, especially during the late hurricane season, particularly the months of October and November. In November 2020, tropical storms Eta and Zeta brought extensive rain and flooding across Jamaica. In November 2021, we had a stationary trough between November 5th and 9th that produced 220% of the average rainfall for the entire month of November in only 4 days, causing extensive flooding in Montego Bay and its environs. In November 2023, tropical cyclone number 22 led to flood rains from November 15th to 19th. This year, the trend has continued with tropical storm Raphael and the subsequent heavy rains impacting the island. Madam Speaker, Mr. Speaker, human actions have accelerated climate change, and we are witnessing its effects at a faster rate than predicted, with unusual weather patterns globally, including severe floods in Spain, and a rare deluge in the Sahara Desert. Mr. Speaker, we can't say it enough. Climate change is real.
Pause. How much I want to really believe that climate change is real? How much I want to really buy that? How much of you guys are buying that climate change is real? I want to put it in the comment section. I'm not going to say too much about it, but I just want to know. I want to see who I think and who really just buy into everything where mainstream media push, where the Democrat them push overseas. Yo, them are trying to, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. They're really trying to take away from the judgment that the Most High is putting on this earth to blame it on climate change. Almighty I try to show no one sign. Say all that wickedness them wanna do. Yeah man, when the time come man. Remember. So them are trying to, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. They're really trying to take away from the judgment that the Most High is putting on this earth to blame it on climate change. Almighty I try to show no one sign. Say all that wickedness them wanna do. Yeah man, when the time come man. Remember good. You understand all that wickedness them wanna do. People them and countries them all over the world. When the time come, and that the Almighty I try to show you know. But you don't want to blame it on climate change. Alright, let's go.
For the average Jamaican, it is not yet an issue that they consider as an impact on their daily lives. But it would be a delusionary way of thinking, Mr. Speaker. Every single day, the climate impacts on our daily lives, including on our roadway, including generally on our infrastructure. No, it is our intention, Mr. Speaker, to continue to be persistent in this matter.
I want to remember when you say a while ago, you know. Say climate change is impacting on the roadways. So, him already has set the precedence that they are going to blame the climate change for the road conditions them in Jamaica. Is there some truth to that? Yes, there is some truth to the weather. Not climate change, the weather impacting the roads. Don't get me wrong. However, how long has the weather in Jamaica been impacting the roads? You should ask yourself, right? How long has the weather been impacting the roads in Jamaica, ladies and gentlemen? It's been impacting the roads forever, right? Let's continue.
And to ensure that developing countries like Jamaica, who have not contributed in any way or benefited from the excessive use of carbon for development, Mr. Speaker, we must continue to be advocates for climate justice. Mr. Speaker, the government has responded to these challenges by not only reacting to immediate needs, but also investing in long-term infrastructure resilience. The SPARK project, which stands for Shared Prosperity Through Accelerated Improvement to our Road Network.
All right, so him say long-term projects, right? That means that the SPARK project is supposed to bring with long-term results. I want to know, remember that. Just remember that. I want to pay attention to the fact that roads have already been built, under this government, right? Where them tell we and them boast about and them something. And look rainfall, that is what hurricane come. Look rainfall. They come in a parliament and tell me, say, oh, the great pipes under the road and you're gonna have drains and all of these promises. And then when the road come, the road eat out by erosion. I want to pay attention to what the man is saying, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, like and share the video.
A comprehensive initiative with a budget of 40 billion Jamaican dollars for road rehabilitation, with an additional 5 billion for water pipeline laying. May I add, Mr. Speaker, that this $45 billion is the largest investment in our roads and water infrastructure ever by the government of Jamaica.
All right, so the fact that it's a large investment is nothing to clap about. What is going to be the final product of that investment is what we need to talk about. Because this country is plagued, this government is plagued by nepotism and cronyism. Having them friends get contracts, allegedly, for this and that and the third, right? When the end product of the project does not match the promises that them actually promise the people. So I want to pay attention, because that's why I say they really hold no weight. I don't know where them a clap for. You understand? But let's continue.
Madam Speaker, Mr. Speaker, this is not about the highways or building our new bridges. This is about investing in our local and community roads. In other words, Mr. Speaker, this is the investment that will impact the lives of the ordinary Jamaicans. The road.
No, you hear what I'm saying? Future tense, no. That will impact the lives, not impacting the lives, you know. Will impact in the lives. Well, that is yet to be seen. What have you actually done in the 8 years that you have been in power, Andrew Wallace? What have you done? Where's the roads? What have you done?
That pass your gate. Partnering with the Ministry of Finance, the National Work Agency, and other entities have ensured, Mr. Speaker, that this project will begin implementation.
Sorry about that.
Over 3 years. It will begin in this financial year. Yes. And will last over 3 financial years. Under this project, 60 main roads and approximately 600 priority roads across 63 constituencies have been identified, demonstrating our commitment to developing our infrastructure.
These puzzles can only be solved by either a genius or a psychopath. They express your intelligence type.
Infrastructure nationwide, but in an equitable way. Let me repeat that. Under this program, 60 main roads across the island and approximately 600 priority roads across all constituencies.
Promises again.
Cabinet approval. Cabinet approval has been given for the project, and we expect to start in the first half of December.
First half of when?
We mean for the project, and we expect to start in the first half of December.
First half of December, they must start, all right?
When we say start, we mean actually the mobilization of works.
All right, so we don't know the election will come up soon. We don't know the election will come up soon. So how convenient is that the Spark program is going to spark months before our election? Supposed to call it. Deadline is September of next year. Is this the same old play with the politicians they make every single time? But me not even gonna believe at that point. Let's continue.
Constituency. Mr. Speaker, there are many steps that have to be taken for such a program to be effective.
Okay.
There are many agencies that have to be coordinated. We have to follow all the regulations. We haven't skipped any or cut any. We try to follow all the rules. Because, to be clear, Mr. Speaker, the Spark program is not a patching program.
Them never know whether them fi clap or not a while ago. I wait for them fi clap and they want to see him. So I say me never day one for me obvious.
But all the Jamaicans who are very frustrated about their roads, who are protesting, who are demonstrating, we hear you. We understand. We drive on these roads too.
Okay.
We are not pretending as if there is no bad road.
Okay.
Mr. Speaker, I have to repeat over and over again. It's not the Jamaica Labour Party government that create bad road in Jamaica.
No, that is foolishness. Right there, so is foolishness. So now what he's doing, he's blaming the PMP alone for bad roads in Jamaica. People want to make it make sense. Has the PMP been the only government that is in power for the last 60, 70 years in Jamaica? This is a weak government that we are witnessing right now. They are weak. They have no character. They have no real leadership. No real leader that is in power is going to blame an entire government that is not in power presently, right? And has not been in power for the last 8 years. For the road conditions them in Jamaica, for all of the years them, the roads them was what it is in Jamaica. No real government not doing that. No real leader is not doing that. Andrew Holness is no real leader. Andrew Holness is a weak, narcissistic loser in my opinion, as far as me concerned. There's no way you're going to make a statement like that for the world to hear. Say the JLP is not responsible for the road conditions in Jamaica when they were a government for many, many years. So, you guys can take credit, but don't take no blame and no accountability when things go wrong. You are full of shit, Andrew Holness. You understand what I say? Straight like that, brother. I don't know who you are trying to fool, but whoever is out there listening to you and is being fooled by the things the way I say, wanna wake the hell up. Wanna wake the hell up. Listen to this crap.
We have had bad roads for the last 40 or more years.
So hold on. The 40 or more years. That means that based off a theme assessment, PMP then a power for 40 years or more years. Because if you now go blame the JLP, none at all, for the bad road them in Jamaica, that means that a PMP alone they in a government for the last 40 years. Wanna hear how stupid this man sound? Wanna hear how stupid this man sound, ladies and gentlemen? Listen to this foolishness, man.
Bad roads, Mr. Speaker. This administration will never say that poor workmanship, poor material, poor design is not a cause of some of the bad road conditions that we have.
Hold on, I have to go back.
Mr. Speaker.
Hold on there.
This administration will never say that poor workmanship, poor material, poor design is not a cause of some of the bad road conditions that we have.
Alright, so what am I say? Him just say you have to blame the PMP for the road because you can't blame the JLP. Now him say poor material, poor workmanship is a part of the problem why we have poor roads in Jamaica. So hold on. A PMP alone give out contracts to who them are going to use to fix the road. When actually
what can go so?
This man attack outside and neck.
Something right now with the warrior.
Foolishness him attack and him take blurt people for fool. Only don't be fool. Only listen to the politician them when them attack. I hear them do this in the government, Word salad, First thing say PMP for blame for all our road conditions them. For the last 40 and plus years. It's not the JLP according to me. Now we must say the government cannot say that is not because of poor workmanship and not because of poor material. Because remember say them build some road at the end. And the road them where them building. Little bit of rainfall and the whole road them mash up down St. Thomas. Who remember? So all the bomb bottom come blame PMP alone. And you see them people are taking over some big old idiot.
All lies will be exposed. That's all.
Fool, brother. The man them have no accountability. You understand me? I say no accountability whatsoever them not have, bro. I want to make the man them turn up in a government and I want to really have them conference that talk about yeah and them foolishness when them attack. I tell you if you give them 10 years, yo, I don't even know yeah man. What are them boss?
That is indisputable. Nobody debates that. And we must improve that. But the real...
You hear what I'm saying? We must improve that. So him actually know, say at the blouse and skirt, material them what them I use, I forgot the road. So you know just build road one day and say if I wrong material and I use it, your fault to brother. So you don't want to take no blame. You just want to dash all I blame them for the road for PMP 200. See? You just want to dash all I blame for PMP alone. Make that make sense, bro.
Because of the problems that citizens are experiencing now is that Jamaica's infrastructure has aged without any systematic investment in the maintenance of the infrastructure.
All right. So let us talk about systematic maintenance of the road. Whether on just below a road what they are the machine. Where is your government's systematic maintenance of the roads? Me know some road the PMP build. Highway 2000 on the road, we still a go strong same way. Right? Still a go strong. Still, of course, obviously they need maintenance. But bro, you don't make a road where even last we get no maintenance under your government. Road them we make what they mash up. So what you say? And you go blame the entire PMP for all I road them in Jamaica, brother. And you told me in the government all of these years. That is, anybody believe that them is a damn fool, right? Them is a die-hearted idiot. Can you have to call a spade a spade? The two government are far short when it comes to the development of the country. The two government them, not one. So if you have a government right now, we are doing a piss poor job. When him come, the other day when Andrew Owens when I run for Prime Minister, him said in the first 100 days, he might go do several things. And it's been 7,000 plus days and we have not seen nothing.
Embarrassing. We need some milk.
Him supposed to set a set election date. We have not gotten it. Him supposed to enforce impeachment. Right now, they might try to take impeachment off of the books. What we are talking about? What are we talking about? We want to stop making politicians them fool on the bro. Stop making politicians them fool on the bro. Right? With them nonsense. We better pay attention and have elephant memory. Because them people are with, yo, you know, star.
Let him cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said, let him cook.
Years ago,
Karen, what one?
were not maintained. And the question must be asked, everyone who's protesting about roadways, why was this not done? It wasn't done because you did not elect governments that would create the proper economic management of the resources of the country.
So what I must say is that the PMP never create the proper economical resources to set up a system in place to maintain the roads and what they build. Then Andrew Honest, the road them want to build what they are. Did you set up any proper economic system to maintain them? The road them no mash up. Bro, them people are tell upon themselves and them not even know. Karen, we're not operating enough fear. We're not operating enough fear. The government never take accountability for their actions. They tell us we are going to do something, do it. They tell me what a PMP. PMP in a power, you in a power. We are tell me say. We are tell me say. You can't promise me this and promise me that. And when the time come, you come blame 18 years ago, 45 years ago, 50 years ago. You is a weak person, brother. You're not ready, bro. I live up from us of parliament. And you go and next thing under investigation for much money we are rob up. 28 bank account and BLT. And I can tell you and I do it in a power. Brother, I want to see on this and I want some licking it. Come like, I get mad. Somebody need to check on him. Make it make sense. Only just make it make sense to me. Because it now make sense to me. More somebody call me when we're done. Listen to the video, more of them call me and explain to me. Oh, what the Prime Minister said makes sense. That more to do. Because but the road ain't no good. The road ain't mash up. So he might blame the PMP for not doing something when he never do. Make that make sense. him coming at power, and I say the PMP corrupt, but whether you have 8 people, including yourself, under investigation by the Integrity Commission. And when you see the Integrity Commission are catching your act now, you want to sue them for them take out the Corruption Act. One very important clause in the Corruption Act, where I got deem all investigation against politicians null and void in the future. If you is to win against the IC in front of the Supreme Court of Jamaica, so you just approve to me say you're guilty. From the moment you go sue the Integrity Commission, right? And a site, oh, you go against the country, whether you are a public official, if you're not declare asset them, we need to do some further investigation to make sure say you're not guilty or not. That's all the IC saying. But what you do, you carry them to court to remove the clause where you see them implement years before. That makes sense to anybody? I know you come in a parliament that come talk about road and a PMV for blame for every road. What you for blame for? Somebody please explain to me, what in the world is the JLP government that is in power, that has the majority of the house, is to be blamed for? Are they to be blamed for anything? And at what point are they to be blamed for anything? Must we wait another 20 years before we start blaming them for the conditions of Jamaica? Or we supposed to give far more in a freaking government before they are held accountable for what they are supposed to do as the ruling freaking party? Sick of this foolishness, brother. The man never play merry-go-round with the people them. And I play Dolly House. We don't just get 300 to 200 to 300% increase now on the money. And I come blame other party. When I use same one Andrew always tell the people them say, well, if you pay them more money, they will perform better. And we have our minister of finance run Ghana IMF and every place in shambles. You have our minister of agriculture with him supposed to get charged from in a pandemic to violate the C-19 rules them. And the style the thing and the charge him no money, but to the charge him hundreds of thousands of dollars for no wear mask. Yo, the things man forget them thing there. Yo, Jamaica wake up. I come like you not sleep. I want to the man. What not say to me? Talk to me, man. What not say? Eh? Take charity money and go invest charity money allegedly according to the IC report for your own personal gain. And you expect well-thinking Jamaican to believe say, yo, whether you do something wrong. All I'm gonna have to do is Google. Just go Google money laundering and read the IC report. That's all you have to do. And come to your own conclusion with common sense based off of actual factual evidence of previous cases of money laundering. If you quack like a duck and you walk like a duck, it's a freaking duck. Yeah, I said. Sure thing, brother. And then take this thing and come take man for you. That don't to them politician, man.
To give the budget to support routine and consistent maintenance of the road. Mr. Speaker, roads are not built to last forever. Roads have what they call an engineered lifetime. And the engineered lifetime of the road can only be extended if when a crack appears, you maintain it. A pothole appears, you patch it. In case of rain damage, you fix it. But for decades...
Brother, what kind of crack? If you build the road the right way and you build the road the right place, you're not going to experience no timely crack like we are talking about. The problem with Jamaica road is that we don't build no irrigation in the road for the water soak and run off for somewhere. It's the water is damaging the roads in Jamaica. Everybody know that. If we don't build real road where the water run off and I go in a channel and I go to the sea, right? And I go somewhere else to mash up some other road, we would have good road. But you guys have not put in, and I'm saying you guys because I talk about the two on the JLP and PNP. Who know around the country for years. So for you have the audacity. Hold on, let me jump. For you have the audacity to come and blame one party for you road them in Jamaica. When your party they in a power for too much years. Bro, you're weak, bro. And anybody will follow you weak to talk about not only no accountability at all for your own position of power. You can't promise all of them things and then when you go in a power, you blame everybody else. That's like you lose a race and I blame the next person say them lose the race. Oh, them did fast on me, that's why I lose. Duh! Of course they lose. You're freaking slow, bro.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right.
Excuse me, language.
Tell you about them.
Piss me off, dog. Wanna piss me off, brother. I can't believe me listen to. Yo, me there so I listen to this for one live tomorrow morning. And the man, I rate the fucking spirit so much. You say me I go live in a broad deal in a morning, brother. Cause man just tell BL and yo, what kind of prime minister this man? Yo, listen to man.
Not being done. Rain events happen, tropical storms, and all kinds of things happen, damage the road. They're not repaired. They're left there.
Then the road them good.
The asphalt that is on the road is there for 30, 40 years. After that time, that breaks down. And if it is not ripping.
Andrew Honest, you know, build no road in Jamaica will last 30 and 40 years. I PNP alone do that. So what you say? And the PNP alone build no road that last so long. What do you build some road and the road they mash up? No, me talk about that already, man. Enough time. When the man say no island there, I'm on fast.
You come over, the media say them sign it and them wait for the permission to
Well,
all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
I'm channel still. Let's see. Talk about it. I just wait for more news to come out to me done them. I don't think they're slipping up. You understand? But me I say people, listen to this man.
That breaks down. And if it is not replaced, it will deteriorate. Jamaica is at a point in time where we are suffering from aged infrastructure. It happens not just in Jamaica. Recently, the United States had to put forward an investment.
The man have the audacity to mention the United States road them with our situation. Backside. You know how much money USA spend for maintaining to them road? Whole heap of money. You understand? Because you see all them freeway there and the highway, they think they can manage to bag a patrol in them there. That will cause major accident. Major accident. Yo, what do you see one video with one building, one tax office building in Jamaica. Suppose you see pool-sized patrol where they in a road. And that's how we pay with tax them. Eh? Pool-sized patrol in a road and that's how we tax them pay. So they can't even fix the road in front of the tax office. And them in the government and not going to talk about PMP. Yo, brother. I can't even know that. Crazy, bro. Crazy.
To invest in their infrastructure because they have the same problem. Age infrastructure. The only way to solve age infrastructure is not demonstration. The only way to solve it is by ensuring that.
Hold on, him just wanna blame the PMP for the road them. I know he must say age infrastructure cause the road them for no good. Which is it? Is it PMP fault or age infrastructure? You know, see someone that talk about a two-sided mouth. He man light on himself. 2 minutes ago the man said the PMP fault for the road them. And now 2 minutes later he must say age infrastructure. He gave the impression that the PMP are the only government in a power all these years and the JLP just win. I don't want to blame them for everything. Yo, after you promise everything we have promised you, the 2 times then we run for Prime Minister, and you don't deliver upon where you say I got deliver. And the people them call you out for the rightfully so. I know you tell the people them foolishness. And I can sign some more agreement and I sell out the country to the colourful community. Eh? You actually even know a judgment I can reach and just say the Lord, they can't steal it.
That can generate the revenue to invest. So Mr. Speaker, it's one thing to come and make a political point about roads. It is another thing to be able to do something about it. Mr. Speaker, we have seen politicians come and pontificate and make promises about roads. Pothole free by 2003. Mr. Speaker, we are here in 2024, and the people who made that promise then are the same people who are coming now to complain. Why did they make Jamaica pothole free in 2003? Why? You know why, Mr. Speaker? And make promises about roads. Pothole free by 2003. Mr. Speaker, we are here in 2024, and the people who made that promise then are the same people who are coming now to complain. Why did they make Jamaica pothole free?
So hold on there. So him really at about making promises and not fulfilling them. Brother, no you. The man has said out to himself, you know. Talk about the kettle calling the flirt not pot black. Eh? And you own it, so if you got the 100-day promise where you make and you not deliver upon nothing, what the frig you talk about? We are set. Eh? How much thing you promise we are going to do in 100 days being the Prime Minister of Jamaica? You don't fulfill none of them, hombre. So we are set. And what the backside is?
2003. Why? You know why, Mr. Speaker? Because they did not create the economy to do it. And what they do now is to go around and play upon people's frustration.
So now y'all blame the PMP for the people them a complain about the conditions them in Jamaica. Brother, no PMP now go to nobody and I tell them so if you complain about the conditions. The people them a feel the conditions and them a complain. Again, deflecting and doing everything to blame the PMP. You are a weak leader. You are the weakest leader I ever see. Grace. Down to Siaga stronger. And Siaga is nobody to be compared with as a leader of Jamaica. One of the wickedest individuals that ever touch Prime Minister. Amount of things they do to the people of Jamaica. Well, if we could have get him alive again, we put him on a corporal punishment and lock him up and torture him. You don't believe? You can't stay there.
Looking at exactly what needs to be done. Well, this administration, Mr. Speaker, knows exactly what needs to be done. So I can...
You know exactly what needs to be done, so why you not do it? Why you blame the PMP when you know everything what you need to do to get things done? Oh, make we hear what you have to say.
Stand there, Mr. Speaker, and say, because we have focused on the economy, and there are those who confuse this thing, you know. They say, Prime Minister, you must talk about the economy because people want to hear about bread and butter. Bread and butter, Mr. Speaker, is the economy, and the economy is bread and butter. There is no bread to butter without an economy.
So I ask the people out there who listen to this in our comment section. Uno have bread for uno butter, uno have bread, uno have a whole of bread, uno have half a bread. How things are uno feel the effects of this economy when the Andrew owners are talk about. Uno be honest in the comment section. Labor right and all, uno be honest. Be honest.
And so I talk about our economic progress, which the other side doesn't like to hear about.
What kind of progress? What kind of progress? Not an economic progress. Not an economic progress. Where there? Which part? And the dollar go to hell. You can't tell me last to save money in my bank account. But economic progress. Man, I want to full of shit like crap to blur.
Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister's time for speaking.
I'm glad say my cut off, because when I really piss me off.
I beg to move that the Prime Minister's time be extended sufficiently for him to complete.
The man do a try to score political points.
The request is on the floor that the time be extended for the Prime Minister to complete his presentation. Those in favor? Those against, the ayes have it. Mr. Prime Minister, you may continue.
For your understanding.
Your mic, sir.
Thank the House for their agreement for me to proceed, the forbearance. Before I was stopped in my track, Mr. Speaker, I was about to make the point that we are able to address the road situation in a systematic way because we have managed the economy well.
Yo, you know what I mean, like, and this is another weakness of this government. They don't give the other government before them any credit. They take all credit for everything when they do. Even when the other government, they set the precedents for them. We see Mark Golden to his credit in an interview the other day, which we actually do one video about. The man actually give them credit, you know. He actually give them credit. Andrew Onis is a weak individual. Weak!
So for all my Jamaican brothers and sisters who are rightfully complaining about the roads,
yeah, no, my brother.
rightfully upset about the roads, there is hope, not false hope, not a false promise. This government does not operate in a pitchy-patchy way where we don't.
So you know a false promise, but the 100-day promise no night not fulfilled. Brother, stop the cap. Stop the cap, brother.
Patch a pothole and patch something here and say, yes, that's the solution. Yes, we have to put in programs to give temporary relief. But we have designed a program now, which in the next 10 years, will see all of Jamaica's roads brought up to international standards.
You hear that? So, you say, Andrew Onis take on for idiot. Andrew Onis are telling us, say, if you keep me in for 10 more years so you can fix the road, them backside. The man then have been a 8 years, the man telling us, say, if you don't want the road them fix, give me 10 more years in a parliament. Right? Who not gonna fall for that? Who not hear my word? This government does not give false promises. And then hold on, one to the 100 years. One thing, Tribridge. What happened to the people that were also born down? We are going there and assure them, say, we're not going to help them. I know they get that help. One to them. I could go on and on and on and on and on of promises unfulfilled by you, Andrew Onis, and your government. So why in the world should a well-thinking Jamaican actually believe anything will come out of their mouth? It's a liar. And a one thing liar do, you know, my mother tell me, you know, and God tell me, you know, them have certain traits. Just check the IC report, you understand what I'm talking about. Crazy, bro. That's insane. What the, bro, what? 10 years? For what? No. What can go so?
Yes, we have to put in programs to give temporary relief. But we have designed a program now, which in the next 10 years will see all of Jamaica's roads brought up to international standards. I have been at pains to explain to the communities that I have
people really said 10 years a while ago, you know. Backside.
And persons that I have met with exactly what the government is doing. I have in this house addressed it as well. I am not seeing where it has caught on generally, but I will use every opportunity to keep explaining because I know that our citizens are upset really about their road conditions.
You think?
The first thing that we have done as an administration in trying to come to grips with Jamaica's aging infrastructure, particularly our roads, is to do a thorough assessment.
You see him do a while ago? Him just blame the age in the roads. Brother, you never know, so them are age before you're going up. More outline this too, no? And I want to be very clear on what I'm saying. Guys, what the Prime Minister is saying that 8 years ago, 9 years ago, when he was going into power, him and his team never do an assessment of the aging roads where him said the PMP responsible for the last 40 plus years. Where him say is all the PMP fault why the road them still. And him say so, you know. So when him when I go in a power, him never know all of this. Him never make promises when he when I go in a power, when he when a campaign for winning first election. So he get one term. So after one term, he still never know. And now when our next election come up, him know say the aging infrastructure is a problem where they need to fix. How convenient if we ever fall for this load of crap. If we ever fall for this load of crap. Jesus Christ, no sir. So open me phone lines.
From assessment as to how many kilometers of roadways we have in Jamaica. That wasn't done in a long time. In fact, when we looked at the records, they were outdated. We were operating on the illusion that we had about 20,000 kilometers of roads. At the last check that we are now.
So you admit say, for the last few years in the government, you never go in a power, you never do no audit, you never check the system, you never do no thorough check. So isn't that an indictment on your type of government leadership style? How can you blame the PMP for that? Aren't you the one that told us that you're going to give us change? That means you know that the PMP was doing something wrong in it. You know that they never do something right in it. You know that they were not efficient in it. So you knowing that, never coming up power can do no evaluation of the system. None at all. So you just a find out say, they never check for the amount of roads they made in Jamaica. Yo, brother, I say, if you really, I want if you hear question them when I ask. I want if you understand say me I use question and that debunk the foolishness of the Prime Minister say. A question alone me I use and I debunk the foolishness when I say out time out, you know. Bombard, no.
There are 27,000 kilometers and we are not complete as yet. 27,000 kilometers of roads. I don't know where you got 30 from. 27,000 kilometers. We didn't have.
Somebody say a 30 and he must say him don't know where them get 30 from. So there is some mix up. They still not really know. According to the argument in the parliament, how much road in Jamaica. Backside. Jamaica, we don't see we in trouble. We don't see this a government and already. Oi, what me say they do? They not ready. They still don't know where they stand to bombard. No, sir.
A register, Mr. Speaker, of all our parish council roads, all our NWA roads, and all the orphan roads. And now we are putting together that register. The next step from that is to work out what is the state of repair of all the roads. Then, from that, we work.
So hold on. When you find out how much road, but you find out how much repair needed on the road. So you tell me say you don't have no idea. After 8 years, to 9 years in a power. Let's continue.
What would be the budget necessary to bring all the roads up to an acceptable state of repairs? And over how many budgets you will have to do that? This is the program that is being worked out. Now,
people who want to understand say the program is being worked out, you know. That means that they still not figure it out, you know. After 8 to 9 years in a power, they might work out a program to fix the road, they might assess the road, you know. Yo, who not hear what the man say what I'm about? Seriously? That is his troubling.
Some other decisions that we will have to make. How should all of these roads be managed? Once we have the full register of roads, should they continue to be managed parish council versus NWA versus we don't know who owns these roads? Or do we need more like a national road management to manage the improvement of all the roads? Because where the roads are now, you really need a massive capital injection. But that's the decision, Mr. Speaker, to come. I'm putting this for consideration and public debate. But we are internally already examining how do we manage all of these roads that we have. There are other parts of the discussion. I'll reserve that for another time. But having started that process, the next step would have been how do we make an immediate allocation for capital improvement of the aged infrastructure that we have, and that is the SPARK program. That's the first major step of making a fiscal allocation against the register of roads that we have to extend the engineered useful life of the roads that we have, and
to extend the engineering life of the roads we have.
The allocation.
Guys, Roomba times, what go on? Good morning. I am guaranteeing you that if the Sparks program should start in January of next year, as he has promised, if, and that's a big if, because them always have an excuse now. That's a big if that should start next year, and they should say fix a certain length of road, I am guaranteeing you that a little rain is going to fall and that road is going to mash up, because they still will not have fixed their engineering decisions in terms of building the roads the right way, tilting the road to have the water run off to drains, and you have to tilt the road that, like, you understand? Tilt the road effectively, so when the rain is falling, you channel the water in the direction where you want it to go, because of how the road is tilted, right? And you have to channel it properly, because if the water runs off at the side of the road, say for instance it's on a hill, that is going to erode the road, because the water is going to be running down on the side of the road, under the road, and that's going to give us a lot of problems. We've seen it many times. But I'm guaranteeing you that if the Spark program should spark, and say for instance 5 months in, I have certain roadways that are fixed using the Spark program, I'm guaranteeing you that there's going to be major potholes in those roads, not even 1 year after being built. I don't gamble, but I can bet any money on that. Let's continue. Any money at all, we can bet on that. But I don't gamble.
To ensure that the roads that we have improved, that we continue to maintain them so that they don't fall into disrepair. All of that is being developed. So you now will have, courtesy of this administration, an improved system of managing the roads. Now, this does not, Mr. Speaker, remove the responsibility for not just having a proper register of the roads, which for us, the Gazette of Roads would form that register, but we must improve the management of how our roads are maintained.
All he's saying is what we must do, not what they have done. And this is what they've been doing. You guys notice that? They have not to tell you what they have done. You know? All they've done is tell you what the PNP haven't done, and a lot of the things is a lie, because them say them do nothing at all. I'm not even a PNP, but the truth is the truth. The record is there. They did things in the 18 years they were in power, right? And positive things for the country at that. Let's keep it a buck. Real talk. So this foolishness, it just lies. And they haven't told us what they have done. All they're doing is tell us what we are going to do. After 8 years, 9 years in power, you're going to tell me about what you're going to do. You know what you're going to do, bro? You know what you're going to do, bro? Right? I want to hear, what have you done? Not just what you're going to do. What have you done? Nothing. Man.
Roads are maintained. We get so many complaints about poor workmanship, poor material use, poor design, and that is a part, Mr. Speaker, of the reforms that this government is planning for the NWA and the local authorities as it relates to the efficient and effective management of the maintenance of our roads. And I will be coming to this house with more details of some of the proposals. We have started with putting in a performance-based system for contractors through the procurement system.
Performance-based.
That is being dealt with, and you will hear more about that. And there are some other measures which we will take. But today, Mr. Speaker, my statement was not on road, but I was inspired to make those comments based upon things that I'm seeing. So, Mr. Speaker, we expect that by the first half of December, we will see some mobilization of this $45 billion SPARK program. So, give the public hope that yes, there will be fundamental change to how our aged road infrastructure is managed. You can expect that 60 main roads and 600 roads, by the way, roads which you chose through consultation, will start being repaired. And not just patched, but serious total rehabilitation. So I ask, not necessarily for the patience of the public. So, Mr. Speaker, we expect that by the first half of December, we will see some mobilization of this $45 billion SPARK program. So, give the public hope that yes, there will be fundamental change.
Oh, you hear where you want to go now? Hope. Hey! The man say, them can't tell a lie on themselves, you know. Them have to expose themselves. Him say he want to go now. Hope! Hope, people, listen. Not results. Hope!
Of this $45 billion SPARK program. So, give the public hope that yes, there will be fundamental change to how our aged road infrastructure is managed. You can expect that 60 main roads and 600 roads, by the way, roads which you chose through consultation, will start being repaired. And not just patched, but serious total rehabilitation.
Alright, I want to apologize to Angela Brownberg. The other day, I do a video and I call for your name. And I say, yo, Angela, you have to answer these people in my ball about road, you know. One if you remember on the year when the Prime Minister saying that this dialogue say, no, the MP them not get the money. So the SPARK program will control everything. MP not get the money for fix my road people, alright? Good.
So I ask, not necessarily for the patience of the public, but certainly for their understanding as we go about improving Jamaica's aged infrastructure. Additionally, Mr. Speaker, we have launched the
Andrew owners go on like say, PMP give him an old car to manage. And then he go on like say, even for an old car get to manage, right? Because Jamaica, look at Jamaica as a car, ladies and gentlemen. Right? He's acting like he bought an old car and they were telling him that the car is new in it. And when he get it, he realized that it's a second-hand car. And it does not have the value that he thought it had. And now, him driving around the car and the car break down every minute. This is what he's saying, you know. So he's blaming the entire roadways on Jamaica and the PMP. Not remembering that the PMP was not in power for 60 years straight. The PMP was not in power.
Program in response to hurricane impact
for 65 years. The PMP was not in power for 65 years straight. And that's what he's not remembering. You know? Yo.
Infrastructure. Additionally, Mr. Speaker, we have launched the REACH Road Repair Program in response to Hurricane Beryl's impact and prolonged rainfall subsequent. This initiative has a number of components. $500 million cleanup effort, which was managed by the NSWA, and that removed bulky waste right across the country. I saw that in action with the tipper trucks and the crane trucks that we bought for the NSWA, removing cars, abandoned cars, and other debris across Jamaica. Worked very effectively. We spent $800 million on a cleanup program removing down trees and other debris, and that was managed by the NWA. And I dare say, Mr. Speaker, that we did a fairly good job in removing the debris and cleaning up so that Jamaica got back to normalcy very quickly after Hurricane Beryl.
Really?
So in addition, $3 billion has been allocated for minor road repairs following the effects of Beryl. And
so gentle people, a lot of people that get affected by Beryl. Let me ask you something in our chat. Do you guys agree with the Prime Minister that they did a great job responding to Beryl? Right? If you agree with the Prime Minister, put 2 in the chat. If you think he's full of SHIT, put a 1 in the chat. And click the timestamp when they say timestamp 58:59. 59 minutes. Timestamp that 59 minutes, put 1 or 2. If you agree with the Prime Minister, put 2, and if you don't agree, put 1. 59 minutes for that. Alright, let's continue. Oh man, this is just too easy, bro. I'm really pissed off. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Yeah, I'm really pissed. We need to stop. We need to stop allowing these politicians to take us for a big idiot, yo.
And we're spending $1.5 billion, which started in September and will end in December 2024. A minister without portfolio with responsibility for works would have pointed out that the program has hit upon several snags. The main one being, Mr. Speaker, that you can't patch during rain. And I ask again for the public's understanding that we have started to patch, but there are significant challenges with patching during the rain. Once the asphalt gets cold, you know, you don't want to waste the asphalt. So we have to be very carefully watching the weather reports to see when we can go out and patch, because we don't want to waste the public's resources. But as soon as there is a window, you will see us patching in full force. In January to March, we will start another phase of patching as well. Now, this initiative ensures swift interventions for compromised transportation routes, supporting safety and accessibility for Jamaicans across the island. Now, before Raphael passed on November the 5th, heavy rainfall had already impacted Jamaica for over 3 weeks, exacerbating the impact of the storm. And, Mr. Speaker, we continue to experience rain as a tropical wave is expected to move across the island, which adds to the already dire situation. Our preliminary assessment reveals that 58 roads were significantly affected by landslides, mud flows, down trees, and flooding. Among the hardest hit.
You see, if you want to go down the road of blaming the PMP for the roads and the way they are, then there can be no excuse for you, because you should know what the hell to do. Because they made all the mistakes, haven't they? And you've observed those mistakes, right? And you've documented them. And you formulated a plan to make sure that that changes. However, we've seen a taste of your plans and they failed. So that argument is also null and void as well. That's sad, man. Boy, listen. Oh, Father God.
November the 5th. Heavy rainfall had already impacted Jamaica.
Yes, so we know we get hurricanes. So you have to build the road in a way to withstand those hurricanes as much as possible, right? It's not that these roads are putting up any fight at all. That's the problem. Even the ones that you made, horrible, terrible. We've seen videos of stretches of the roads that this government has, worked on. You know what I'm saying? If you know see, this is my thing, and I've said this for a while. If I am a plumber, right, and I did a bad job, correct? And then the person that hired me call another plumber, and the plumber say, yeah man, we can't fix that, the problem they easy, man. You understand what I say? He said, we can't fix that, the problem they easy, man. You understand what I say? Can't fix that easy. Let me see, share a promotion what go on. Out there moving forward with self-motivation. Time will take off him and hope. Listen, man. So I next plumber to fix the problem in the house, right? The plumber assess the problem and say, yeah man, you see what the plumber before go wrong? This is what I need to do to fix the problem. Now, when me give that the plumber did the work after the plumber assure me say them have the problem easy fix. We give them half of the money. See? We give them half of the money, them start the work. Not even quarter way in the work, the plumber got them say, no man, you know what say my lad. Other plumber, yo, we can't, brother, you see, you blame with the ray, and we not get the progress, and our fault, and the other plumber. That's what the JLP is doing, you know? The JLP is blaming the previous plumber for the conditions of the pipes in the house, right? When they had made assessments and promises before they got the contract to fix the Blurtnard pipes. This is exactly what they're doing, guys. It is a shameful act. It is a weak characteristics for a ruling government. Blame the previous government for all of the problems them in the country, including main infrastructure as road, when they were campaigning on infrastructure. That's how they campaign for how we're building all this infrastructure. No road though. That is the main infrastructure that eludes you, isn't it? You still don't figure it out. So the best thing to do is to blame the previous government as if they were the ones that were in power for 40 years straight. Just make it make sense, man.
For over 3 weeks, exacerbating the impact of the storm. And Mr. Speaker, we continue to experience rain as a tropical wave is expected to move across the island, which adds to the already dire situation. Our preliminary assessment reveals that 8 roads were significantly affected by landslides, mudflows, down trees, and flooding. Among the hardest hit parishes would be St. Catherine, which suffered extensive flooding and blockages, including the Bogwalk Gorge. Now, thanks to the round-the-clock effort of the NWA, even though we have cleared the boulder, and we have said that you could have a massive boulder, but even though we have cleared the boulder, and we have said that you could have single lane access to the gorge, the section, my advice is that if you don't have to use it, don't use it. I would say it is still not yet safe.
Yo, all that people them, just, me I know the Prime Minister, but me I advise you don't use Bogwalk Gorge, yeah? Avoid that stretch of road by all costs. That stone when come off of the hill, the earth still soft right now after rainfall. And rain is still falling. And we had an earthquake. Oh no, nobody drive go nowhere where you see any road on it's like, yo, no be careful there, man. Any road on it's like a stone can come off a hill and mudslide and them something. Oh no, be careful, yeah? I wouldn't advise you to drive on none of them roads. Me I tell you that. I wouldn't advise you. So, you might talk about be careful, me not advise you to drive none of them roads. That's all I'm going to say.
So I would advise great caution in using the gorge. Tragically, 2 persons lost their lives in floodwaters in the gorge. I extend my sincere condolences to their families and friends. Dwydalville, in the Worthy Park here, I believe. I said the gorge, forgive me. Mr. Speaker, this tragedy should remind all Jamaicans to prioritize. Now, in addition, we also had severe conditions in West Rural St. Andrew, where the roadway from Oakley to Mount Erie has been cut off, impacting communities such as Mount Prospect and McLashon. I hope I got that name correct. This damage, which occurred before Tropical Storm Raphael, highlights the need for sustained repair efforts. Preliminary estimates are that $647 million in damages across the island would be needed, with approximately $311 million required for immediate road clearance and repairs. However, those special allocations pools of funds have already been allocated. Members of Parliament are maximize value and impact. Directed the National Works Agency to accelerate technical assessments, enabling swift governmental decisions for community access and restoration of the access. The Ministry of Local Government and the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management are already on the ground providing support to affected residents. Mr. Speaker, notwithstanding the situation, including the tragic loss of 2 lives due to the storm, we give thanks to God that we were spared a directive, especially as the early indications were for a directive from the south. We extend our thoughts and prayers to our neighboring countries that were also affected. We again acknowledge those Jamaicans who played their part in ensuring that their neighbors were safe, who played their part in clearing back roads and observing all the warnings and following necessary safety protocols when such disaster have affected us. Mr. Speaker, I have spoken in this House before about the quality of our infrastructure, and I do believe it is worthy of...
Friends of yours? What I can tell, they're friends with that drug dealer.
And I do believe it is worthy of repeating so that every Jamaican understands the challenges. Our legacy infrastructure was never designed to handle the intensity of today's climate events. Our aging infrastructure is being overwhelmed by the heavy rains and climate change events.
Yo, you know, so to be honest, aging infrastructure is standing up way better than the new infrastructure. When I talk about in terms of the roads, that's crazy.
In addition, waste management poses a significant challenge as garbage and debris continue to clog our culverts and exacerbate flooding. Thus, while the government is investing in better infrastructure, we also need to make parallel progress in our behavior. Disposal habits must improve to prevent unnecessary blockages that worsen flooding conditions. As we seek to respond to the effects of Tropical Storm Raphael and the heavy rains in the preceding 3 weeks, as well as subsequent to the storm, the government has approved $22 million per constituency for the annual constituency-based mitigation and cleanup program.
Right.
Mr. Speaker, though this program is being implemented just before the Utah season, let me emphasize that this is not a Christmas work program. There's a notion, Mr. Speaker, let me be clear in my words. There is a notion that at a certain time of the year, particularly at Christmas, the government would make certain allocations that have previously been described as Christmas work. Some persons would use another term which conveys a kind of loose accountability for the work. Mr. Speaker, those days are gone.
Man, shut up. Bro, you are... Oh, man, I hate liars, bro. Oh, my God. No, that's it, you know. No, because they're really enough hot. I hate liars, bro. Yo, this man is just lying.
Those days are gone.
Gone where?
That doesn't exist anymore. Every work that the government allocates, every resource that the government allocates for public works goes through a rigorous process of accountability.
Oh.
There is no money to be gotten without work to show for it.
What up?
I think it needs...
Bro, what about the rigorous rigmarole of your assets? Why you can't clearly show say you make the money where you make fairly? You come talk about, oh, you so good for management, but you can't manage your financial affairs. Man, shut up! Man, no, bro, man, this is, bro. Lord have mercy. I swear to God, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry.
To be said, because there's
pissing me off.
Every work that the government allocates, every resource that the government allocates for public works goes through a rigorous process of accountability. There is no money to be
so
gotten.
where's the rigorous process of accountability for your assets, man? Mr. 28 bank accounts. Where is the rigorous process of accountability for your assets? AdMac. Oh.
Without work to show for it. I think it needs to be said because there's an expectation among some persons that yes, government allocate this Christmas work, we just collect a take and no work is done for it. That is not the case. All of these works go through a rigorous process. They are audited, they are reviewed, and the agencies are held accountable. Work must be done.
Bro, there's no accountability.
They have allocated these resources on what is called the routine maintenance cycle. And it follows the rain cycle, especially. So November is usually a rainy month, and so we do routine maintenance in and around this period of time. It so happens that it coincides with the Christmas season. And that is why some people may confuse it.
Hold on,
wait.
So you want us to give you the benefit of the doubt. That is a coincidence that it coincides with the Christmas season. So when the other government do not do it, you know why we give them the benefit of the doubt, say it's a coincidence that it coincides with the same rain patterns that happens every freaking year. Man, oh my God, man. trying to tell you.
Part of the routine maintenance cycle, which happens to coincide with Christmas. And as the member from St. Catherine North Central pointed out, there is no other funds coming for Christmas. So this is a routine initiative, including.
We have Favor Williams on tape, on a video talking about, oh, that $20,000 won't come in good for Christmas. Man,
strict oversight, ensuring funds are utilized efficiently for road clearance, drain cleaning, garbage collection, and sanitation. It addresses specific priorities, including reopening blocked roads, drains, cleaning drains, road repairs, and constructing minor retaining walls and culverts where possible under the program. The $22 million per constituency is allocated as follows: $10 million for road rehabilitation, with flexibility to reallocate up to $5 million from other categories if needed, allowing for a maximum of $15 million for road repairs. So, members of parliament have a certain pool allocated to them, or rather allocated to their constituency. To be clear, Mr. Speaker, the reason why we do this is to allow for greater impact at the community level. It is to give the members of parliament the ability to respond to local pressures. $15 million, Mr. Speaker, let me be clear, that cannot fix an entire road. It maybe will give you at most 2 kilometers if you're just doing a simple overlay. Maybe 3 if you're doing it in sections. But that can't repair an entire road. So the member of parliament has to use it to respond where issues may arise. So for example, you have a major pothole in an area that you want to deal with right away. There's a critical piece of road that people use for, carry goods to market, to get to school, and you want to correct some problems there. That's for the intervention. In general, members of parliament would have, based upon what we have allocated under the REACH program, and this possibly 30 million in total. But you have to use it with great discretion and use it to ease the pain points in your constituency. I have to be at great pains here to say it will not solve every problem, but at least use it to solve those major ones. Mr. Speaker, $6 million out of the 22 is allocated for bushing, with a minimum allocation of $3 million, but with a potential for $3 million reallocation from other categories, making a maximum of $9 million if necessary. Let me say a little bit on this. So what we are allocating, the standard, is $6 million. But you can't fall below 3. In other words, you can't reallocate away below 3 from the program. But you can reallocate from other areas in the program to bushing another $3 million. So in total, if you choose, you could have up to $9 million for bushing. Let me say a few words on the bushing component. Mr. Speaker, to be clear then, because the member, my sister neighbor from St. Andrew Southwest, the standard allocation is $6 million. However, you cannot use less than $3 million because you could decide to allocate from bushing to roads, right? Because roads is 10, so you could take 3 and put it onto roads, but you can't go below 3. Or you could reallocate from somewhere else to bushing on top of your standard 6, so you would get 9. So minimum 3 million, maximum 9 out of the 22. Mr. Speaker, I have observed that we did an extensive program of cleaning and debushing just after the passage of Hurricane Beryl. And within 3 to 4 weeks, the entire place is overrun. And I have received the complaints, I've seen the comments being made about Jamaica being overgrown and the roads being overgrown. So in this allocation of the routine maintenance program, $9 million is for bushing. I urge the members of parliament to use it effectively to ensure that certainly going into the Christmas season, we can look decent. Mr. Speaker,
you just said, wait a minute,
standard allocation of $3 million for garbage collection.
I thought he just said it was not a Christmas thing. Now he encouraging them to make us look good in the Christmas season. Double talking, man. Yo, bro, I want y'all to pay attention, bro. Pay attention.
$3 million for garbage collection. And again, this is to help with the cleanup of the entire Jamaica. But more importantly, we are concerned that there could be a rise in the mosquito vector and the dengue issue could resurface again. So I say to members of parliament that you should use these resources strategically to ensure that areas where mosquitoes could breed, particularly where you have old refrigerators, tires, and so forth, you do a cleanup to keep that vector under control. So the average allocation is $3 million, but we have allowed you the flexibility, if you don't need it in your area, to reallocate a maximum of $2 million away from the garbage collection. So you could take $2 million from garbage and put it elsewhere and pushing on wherever else. But the minimum expenditure should be $1 million in terms of removing bulky waste. They've also allocated $3 million for drain cleaning. Mr. Speaker, drain cleaning is an important part of the local authority's responsibility, packaging a Bolo put. But we're really targeting those small drains which are necessary to prevent flooding on roadways.
Yo, why all of this never do with the drain them? Feel like, alright, so blame PMP for the road them for all of these years. So about the maintenance I drain them. I never see drain them supposed to have a program already. You see, like, where's the proactiveness? A government that actually knows what is wrong with the country is supposed to come in knowing what to do to fix the country as they promised. So what is going on with this government? Why they are so late to the party, bro? Why are they so late to the party? I really don't understand. It's been 8 years, 9 years. You didn't know all of this? That the drains need to be cleaned periodically? Damn, bro. I don't get it, bro. And we fall for this shit? This weak shit?
On roadways. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So you have the drains. So, Mr. Speaker, we have allocated $3 million again. The MPs will really use it strategically. We won't be able to clean every drain, but certainly those where you identify a flooding risk. Where flooding could affect several houses on a road, you want to make sure that those drains are cleared. So, Mr. Speaker, we have allowed the MPs to be able to make a reallocation of $4 million away from this area if they so choose. So that work is out quite accurately, Mr. Speaker. I know some MPs are trying to say it's 25 and 25. I know some with double the amount, but the amount, Mr. Speaker, is $22 million. We have set some standard ways in which the funding is broken down, and we have given flexibility to the MPs to make reallocation. But the government wants some strategic direction. The number one priority in this allocation is the MPs to use the funds to impact the road conditions that persons are experiencing. The second priority is to clean up Jamaica to the pushing program, to remove the overgrowth on roads, and then you can use garbage collection and drain cleaning as a backup to those two priorities. So that's the structure of the national program. It's MP driven. The member from, what is that now? Catherine, South East Central wants me to say that the MPs don't get the money in their hands. And let me be clear on that. The MPs do not get any money in their hands at all.
You hear that? This is a very important part of this live stream. The MPs do not get any money in their hand from the government anymore if they used to. The government is solely responsible for the roads in those communities. Alright, those funds are allocated to proper contract agreements to make sure that the roads are the way how we would want them. So if it don't see the road the way how you want them, blame Andrew Honest. Yeah, remember that. Don't blame the MP them from either side. Blame Andrew Honest. Alright? Good.
And one of the reasons why we come to Parliament and announce it is so that there is transparency around the project. And it is a way to ensure that MPs use the funding in a timely manner and in an effective manner. So, the government recognizes that the constituency needs vary, and this allowance of reallocation flexibility will ensure that the MPs can have a targeted approach by constituency. The program will be implemented by the National Works Agency and the National Solid Waste Management Authority, with funds allocated directly to the necessary works, ensuring no deductions on agency fees. Further advisories will be issued to MPs to guide how the program is operationalized. Mr. Speaker, in closing, I'm encouraging all members of Parliament to urgently put their programs together, bearing in mind all the procedures that have to be followed. Mr. Speaker, I'm also saying that the work should be done on roads and other infrastructure in a manner that shows a visible impact. So sometimes, Mr. Speaker, we see some attempts at just brushing on a little whitewash. That is not enough. If it is that you want to beautify by clearing the bushes and moving the garbage. But it makes no sense to just run a little bit of whitewash while the garbage is still there and the place is still overgrown. This work must be focused on making a visible and tangible impact on the pain points that the public experiences. So, Mr. Speaker, the funds are available until the end of February. I want to be clear on this. If the funds are not used by the end of February, they will go back to the consolidated fund. Mr. Speaker?
Okay, so them get the money February, they use up the money. Alright, the money are gonna go back. And now we'll keep the money. Alright, man, listen to me now.
The funds must be used by the end of February. Otherwise, it will go back to the consolidated fund. I'm hearing the suggestion, Mr. Speaker, that a pool should be created of unused funds, but you wouldn't be able to do that in time for the end of the budget year. And that is why we have given the longest time that we could, which is the end of February. And if you're not completed the funds by the end of February, then it will go back. But at least you have started. Once you're in procurement, you have started. That's critical to understand. So, Mr. Speaker, I've started the project earlier than I did last year to give enough time. I know last year there was a real crunch in trying to meet the many steps for accountability. So we have given enough time for MPs to meet the accountability steps. Mr. Speaker, Jamaica faces many challenges. One that is emerging now is our aging infrastructure.
So you admit, say, under your leadership, it has been chaos in Jamaica. You, after 9 years, you still haven't figured it out. Right? Hold on, brother. Yeah, so after 9 years, you still haven't figured it out, eh? That's crazy.
All members of parliament to come to grips with this. We have aging infrastructure. On Friday, I visited the site of the destroyed Troy Bridge on the border of Northwest and South, Northwest Manchester and South Trelawney. Mr. Speaker,
wow.
That bridge was built in 1865 or 1869.
So you know, say bridge built 1869, and it takes a freaking long to fix it. And you're going to use that as a point in your presentation now, when that is an indictment on your government. That is an indictment on your government. After 8 years, you just realize the Troy Bridge and other bridges are aging infrastructure. Yo, you want a man, you want conk in the head, hombre. Yo, I'm not like foolishness, no, bro. Where must say, man? Where really I say?
1869, the colonial government built that bridge. It lasted for 155 years. A weather event came and totally destroyed it. A tropical storm, not even a hurricane. Totally destroyed it. That is the perfect microcosm of what is happening to the rest of Jamaica. The infrastructure that was built from the colonial government's time to what we have now, that infrastructure cannot carry out.
How is that the PMP's fault? I'm confused. How is that the PMP's fault? If it come to me and say both governments have dropped the ball over the years and both of them should have really taken a look at aging infrastructure, you know what I'm saying, and put replacements in place. If you did say that to me, yo, would I agree. But you just come and blame the PMP alone, hombre. Jesus Christ.
For the next 100 years. And therefore, we need to have a massive capital investment program to replace all the infrastructure that is aged and falling apart. That cannot happen overnight. But the commitment that we give you, the people of Jamaica, is that we have started the process of.
Yo, that brother I love talk about commitment. I swear to God. That brother I love talk about commitment. But what has he committed to where we can say, alright, this has been done? Again, first 100-day promise. Not even one of them wanna see that. Not even one. Can you imagine that? You make multiple promises to the people, and not even one of them in a fulfill. 7,000 odd years later, or 6,000 odd years later, we still not see one I promised them fulfill. And one of them was easy to fulfill is setting a clear election date. And they promise the people that. That's not hard to do. We declare now that election will be at this time every 5 years or every 4 years. You feel what I say? Simple. So me don't know why that one day out of all that one day we promise couldn't fulfill. Yo, we can't just no commitment to you make, brother. You feel, bro. As far as we concerned, brother, you trick me. You know how much labor I missed me ears to that. So you trick them. You trick them, bro. You're good, bro. I'm not lying. You do it. Clocks and everything. You know one at a time. Make young people feel like they can relate to you. And then, book 2 term. Nothing. Right now, everybody I feel. All the scammer them. That me I tell you. Everybody I feel it. It's not flowing the way it used to. Things not really move like how it used to move. Yo, right now, give thanks to Trump in a power. That me I tell you. I'm going to see what I want. All the changes are going to make it. I take a little time still. All the government they were in a power. From America go down. All of them were in a power. Presently, frig up. And then frig up the country them when they rule it. And then do it on purpose. Because a part of the agenda of the beast. Understand what I say? People can't get water, that's a part of the agenda. Food short, that's a part of the agenda. So them give them what? Food from foreign. Them G.O. them food there. You see them when them plant in the actual me say it, man, me just never want to say it. I know the quote by YouTube that you know kind of trigger them to raise. So we just say G space or O, them can figure it out, isn't it? So who this? Angel 2 Wagwan. Just like PD, that's cool, man. So me I say, them do all of these things. Them do all of these things like pandemic with people. And then post-pandemic when them say them plan to really work for the majority of Jamaican, they start put on the pressure forward. You understand? People never really abide with them as say when them come down. So let me ask you one question. C19 gone away. And what them do? Them spray something in the ear and it not analyze nobody no more. It's not dangerous no more. When them tell we say the world can open up back, the virus was still just there and not affecting anybody. And that them are going to tell us, oh, you know, we got herd immunity. Cat! What herd immunity when most of the people never take it in Jamaica? Less than 30% of people take it up. So, oh, we now drop them and a dead from C19. Using the brain, you know how much of the drop them, the man them take off of the market because them a frig up people. You think a little bit of them bomber VAX them take off of the market? Canada ban some of them. Y'all have one place in America right now. The man put it in a law. None of this can get to nobody. Who know about this young girl where she go and she have some complications and them tell her say allegedly this is story. Right? Them tell her say, yo, we're gonna get this a VAX yeah? And this a one yeah. And then them turn around and give her 2 different experimental one where she never knows that she gonna get. The whole of the girl X well big so her face, her forehead so black come like bloodshot the all around her head, her eye then swell up. You don't know who me talk. That girl the story viral. You see what I say? All of them government, so I don't think they get voted out. Because them are wicked. Thinking people them forget them things that and things that happen presently. I'm not going to talk about you know, like Trump, they can't stay there. And I got tired of seeing face. If he could have run for 4 more terms, they would have voted me. But not yet. The people they want to change, the people they want to change, they not live good. Things are nice. The man might try to change the boy them in a girl and the girl them in a boy. And you would sign off on that too. I'm going to prove that 100,000 times. You show me document show me proof. Them soon coming with them hate speech law and them something. But Trump coming up power now and them a kick away all of them. We kind of have a look, we have a look at time. Right now, them vex, because them can't put in them B system. Them can't tell we say, we can't say nothing to them colorful people when they walk on the road. We can't do them nothing. If we do them something like that prison. But now I say, if we do them nothing, don't get me wrong. You feel me? I say, we can't even verbalize a discuss. You can't even say, hey, B-boy, you nasty B. You can't even say that. You're supposed to have the freedom to say that, man. If you can't tell a president of the United States, say, if F you must can't tell a B-boy, say, you're B-boy, you're nasty no blurt now. You must can't say that. You're supposed to have the freedom to say that. If you want to say it, then I will say it. But you should have the freedom to say it. And what they're going to lock down in Jamaica is the freedom to say it. They're going to change the burglary law too. It's a 20-year contract. It's a more agreement to their sign. You need to go read up and see how Pastor Apostle Jeffrey Shuttleworth are warning about that something. And I'm trying to say, you don't really understand the Samoa law, how deep it is. I'll show you how vibes. You know what I'm saying? In the last 2 years, they might try for, in America, they might try to put in a law where basically pedos can operate legally. All them have to do is identify themselves as a what they call it, little people. Them have an actual thing when they're running in a Congress. And they must say, because of them sexual preference to sleep with children, trigger warning, because of the pedo's sexual preference to sleep with children, they don't want to be discriminated against because of their preference. They were making this argument in Congress under Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. So when I tell me, so when I say, yo, you don't want to go down in a country, I go down in a hell, and you want to carry every other country with them. We have follow back at them, and Jamaica did, they have follow back at them too. Because when anything where America do, we follow. We are just some big old follower. We are not a leader and nothing. We have a good culture. And the things set at the man, they stay so back and give everything we need. Clarks, probably one jeans, probably one Dakar pants, one Rasta belt, kerchief in a back pocket. You see me I deal with? If you're a Rasta, you're a Rasta. If you're a body, you're a body. Yo, and you look net, you look colorful, Rasta blurt now, let it shirt them. I want you, man. We have a culture, bro. You see me I deal with, and the man they go so back, so I want to come switch up because they on the live, you know? They want to switch up the culture and move away from our Jamaican culture and take and feed them thing. Brother, do your thing, bro, too. Do your thing, bro. You see me I say, when I come tell me, bro, say, yo, you want to come change up my culture. You don't need to follow your culture. Do your thing. Do my thing at Jamaica, bro. Simple as that. All this. You feel me I deal with? What you say? When you talk to me, you see what else you have to say on this car. You think so want to pee the other? When they pump it, what on them gym, soon get changed. You think so want to pee the other? We don't want to pee the other.
According to grips with the problem, making the budgetary allocation, putting in place the program, and we give you the guarantee that within the next decade, Jamaica's infrastructure will be the best in the Caribbean. I thank you. Member from North.
All right,
Manchester
finally him done talk. Sorry, people. Sorry, yeah? No. Now close out this. This Prime Minister want the world to blame. He want the people of Jamaica to buy him argument. Right? Hold on then. I'll turn this upside down. He want the people of Jamaica to buy him argument, right? That the PMP is to be blamed for the road for the last 40 plus years. And the PMP is not the JLP. He say it all time own amount. 40 plus years. So he must say indirectly, which is a dumb argument that the PMP was in power for 40 plus years. And the PMP alone take on building road contracts. And if that's the case, why is only them to take it on? Why only never wanna try building a road? Why? Wanna explain that to me? Somebody make it make sense. Him go further and I talk about the maintenance of the road, the amount of road they did. So I'm saying, brother, you had all the answers when you come in 8 years ago and you still not fix nothing. And if you still be a PMP, and if you get 10 more years to build the road down. And then if the weather conditions them, we are talking about, and you want to come sell about global warming and weather climate change and one bag of something. Weather always a change and climate always a change. What are you talking about? There's a cycle that goes on. Some of the cycle is bigger than some. You feel me I deal with? Yeah, in a real life. Right? Hold on there. Alright, sorry about that. So, Lynn Barnett, big up. Hi, Bolo. Something I'm curious about. Kevin Smith act just like P. Diddy. Do you know if they had close relation? I don't know. I have no idea about that. But anyway, me hear people telling me, say, Kevin Smith is still alive. Allegedly. So them see when him go at airport, a mobile, and he tell them, say, shh, and them not say nothing. So me here. Well, you know, Jamaican people have story. That is all alleged. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Is it possible? Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, what me I say? You can't have a government where coming to power and telling say you're going to give it change. And then when the people them now see the change, you're going to blame the government who done never in a power for 8 years, 9 years. And you didn't know exactly what you need to do. So what is stopping from doing? So what got no, you see? Them are going to blame climate change now for the next. If them should win, them are going to blame climate change for everything wrong in Jamaica now. The road when not fixed, them are going to blame. The food shortage, them are going to blame. And them all are going to blame water shortage for the fact say the bag of rain will come instead of the E that them build some well. Like where Pastor Apostle Jeffrey Shuttleworth say, why so much rain fall out and not build no well? So they can harness water. So when rain actually not fall, you have so much wells to tap into. So all of the communities them around Jamaica can always have water in them pipe. Where is the innovative planning? Him keep talking about infrastructure, but him don't have any creative and innovative planners. They need some people where I click my all cylinder with some bright people. You feel me? I say, and then they need to search for a whole heap of youth in a university right now to give them an opportunity. They have so much great ideas, practical ideas, more modern ideas that should suit the growth and development of the country. But because of partisan politics, and your friend, and your son, and your this a person, you're pulling a politics, because you're in a politics. They know much a politician, them have them pick me, a politician now too. Them think they fi ban enough. Me feel like so them think they fi ban. Just to make sure say cronyism and nepotism not take over in our country because of our big corruption that. Just to make sure so that not happen. If you are a career politician for more than 5 to 10 years, right? For more than 5 years, your child should never have the opportunity to get involved in politics. And I stand on that. It might be an unfavorable stance, but I stand on that. Can you imagine Andrew and his son them I come turn Prime Minister of this Blurtnard country down the line, and we still await for the Integrity Commission and the rest of the investigation to find out what's going on with the money there. The $1.7 trillion we missing from out of FEMA owner office. $1.7 trillion from the Prime Minister's office is unaccounted for in a FEMA Kenya. Man, you don't make me start talking. You don't make me start talking. Seriously. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Link say, well, yes, Bolo, have you seen the roads all across Jamaica? Yo, me see one road in front of one tax office today on one video. And me I say, brother, I tax office that the road today in front of? It's not even a road. I can't tell the truth. It look like, when the river bank get wider, and he never did this before. and they just a spread and I go down in line, and I get wider and wider. You can barely see no road. We are sit at the foundation of the road, in front of the tax office. And if you don't see the road, you see water. But they can barely see local asphalt with the road there. Yo, I and go to the man if you drive like so, brother. I pass the tax office where we pay tax to get road. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. What we are do? What we are talk about? And the man I blame the PMP for the road. And the man have the majority of the house. Them have much money we have come through their hand. They didn't even get money for fix it like the general said. And I like, they get whole heap of grants overseas to help with burial. And I know people still not getting the money yet. People still not getting the help yet. 48,000 farmers get hit by burial. 48,000. And the last time I checked, Fly Green said 500. I farmer didn't get help. I see that on news. I see say it out and we do a video about it. Zane, and then more rain come and mash up them and they again. So what going in Jamaica with the farmer then? Want to tell me? All me then come on government that about this is what we have to do and this is what we will do. Me not hear about what them do, you know. Nah, hear nothing about what them do, bro. What them do? They just tell you like you will be a promise. And that them good for. You'll be a promise. So you what going? Jamaica want to decide whether or not I go hold the government accountable this time around, right? Because the man will ball for change and I tell you say him have to bring change. And all him do a change in stance for everything. Him not stand for nothing. Him not hold no integrity as a matter of fact. Him don't even sign the code of conduct. One of the most decorated documents of integrity in terms of a vow that any leader could have actually signed. None of him nor him people in him government sign that. So we are telling you, you expect the people in Jamaica to view you. We can't trust them. No well-thinking Jamaican can't trust as a prime minister. I don't trust him if he walk through my gate. I wouldn't invite him at my door. I don't know if I take up. Listen, yo, you know, I'm in the live here. I don't trust him if he come at my door. He might have see something where him decides that he want and move it. I don't trust him because you see a liar. The man too lie, brother. The man get caught in so much lie, ridiculous. It's like they just most of them are liar, the whole of them, and they just them just go and run with the narrative and I go and tell a lie. Like say I truth. And them I hope say one day, believe say, say I true. Although we didn't know from 2021 say I lie, them I tell the same lie. And them I hope say that 2026, then tell a lie so much. People start believe the lie then. Yo, when you hit the like button, yeah, man. Yo, we might even do an obvious reaction to this because me really would have wanted to call him still, but you would have better when they do because of the background and something. You see what I say? I don't have the other phone. Me not gonna go this. This really irritate my spirit. This irritate my spirit. And me still not go through the entire Integrity Commission report yet, you know. I mean, I take my time, you know. You notice I take my time. Still not go through all of that yet. There's so much things happening. One to all I baby them, I'm not gonna stop saying. One to all I pick them and miss not Jamaica. Oh, Jamaica is so quiet. Oh no. Wanna say other people, no neighbor pick them and go miss. Wanna say. Wanna own pick them and go miss. Family pick them up and missing. And we don't come together all now and ask the government why they don't make a statement. Why them so nonchalant about the amount of children that is being abducted in Jamaica and you never hear about them coming back at the yard, not even one time. If you see that, I probably will 0.5%, not even 1% that happen. And everybody just like, yeah. Just another day, 160 kids missing, but I feel safe in this country. And then them go at them meeting overseas and them sell Jamaica and then tell the people in one bag of lie about it's safe and this and that and them something. They think say me, I got tell them no lie no matter how me know a bag of people from overseas. But now I got tell them say yeah man, they can just come on and everything that's good man now. It's dangerous like everywhere else in Ireland. Jamaica is as dangerous as everywhere else in the world. Nowhere not safe. When they think you're safe, at the time they're not safe. You feel what I say? You go at the wrong place, you're going to get triggered. And that is just the truth. You not even have to do with nothing with you. You can just be the wrong place at the wrong time, and just life. No one is safe. What do you think? So they want to sell the people them this bag of goods like say, yo, everything is okay. No, everything not okay. Look on the healthcare system. Look on the healthcare system, people. Right? What going to the healthcare system? I'm going to say a PMP fault like that, no. A PMP fault for everything, man. Them not have no responsibility for nothing. Yo, pick up on yourself, yeah, man. You have a lift for me. So, no, probably about 9 o'clock or so. 7 o'clock, I think I have some premieres at job. So they can check that out. You see me? Tell me what you think in the comment section, yeah, man. Someone I lost in mind, yeah, man. And do this, I'm mad out. Big up on yourself.
situation. Our prelim-
Oh man, sorry about that, good people. I gotta end this one. Thank y'all for being here. I'm out. Peace. I forgot. Well, the video was not that long, and honestly, I'm tired. I was cool, so, and I forgot about that. It was running. So see y'all later, okay?